welcome back to another video, you lovely souls. I got 10 signs for you that God is flowing through you, baby. Oh yes, you are the vessel. Hey, before I jump into this video, I want to say, remember, my friends, to always believe in great things and know that great things are headed your way. Go ahead and say thank you, most high God, the universe. Thank you in advance. It's already done, baby. And remember that belief is the most powerful force on this planet. So be very, very mindful in what you choose to put your belief into and how you use the word belief in a sentence, because your words are powerful. Okay, let's jump up into this video today, my friends. How you feeling today? Because how you feeling matters. You heard? Feeling good is our highest priority, and that's real talk. I want to tell you a little something about the Most High God, baby, okay? You see, God knows us more than we know ourselves. I want to tell you, if you're watching this video right now, are you feeling that spirit inside you? You feeling fulfilled inside you, like that inner child? It feels like that, like a little kid in the candy store. You ever remember that back in the day? Whenever, you really didn't know too much better that eating candy was bad. You walk in the store and candy everywhere, that excitement you felt, because that's how I used to feel. That's that spirit you feel inside you. Many call it that Holy Spirit, and I call it my higher self, baby, activated deeply within me. You feel me? I want to tell you something. You got that spirit inside you, and you've been feeling that spirit inside of you. And I want to give you some signs that the Most High God is working through you, because it blows my mind. It's so profound how God works. You know, like they always said, God works in mysterious ways. Absolutely. We must. I encourage all to learn the language of the Most High God, the universe, so you'll know the language of the universe, so you'll know how to receive, my friends. Okay? But I want to tell you something. If you are being used as a vessel right now, you are being guided. And some of you are already doing this, is surrendering your life, your entire life, to the Most High God, the universe. And many of you are finding out now that your mission is starting to look a bit more clearer, like water, okay? It's starting to be more clearer. Okay, and it's starting to make more sense. Even you starting to make more sense to your own self. You're starting to learn and understand you as you grow. Okay, one thing I want to say is the moment that I knew God was going to use me as the vessel, some things came across me that hit heavily. And I was riding with my fiance that day, and I'm not going to break down what I was told, because I feel like everybody might get a different message, but maybe it could be similar. But by me expressing this may give you a way to piece the puzzle in your own life. Well, that was 3 things I was told, like I felt like within me from my higher self that I had to do in order to step up. I was being called to step up, and I felt like I knew I had to do this. Honestly, we always have a choice, but I kind of felt like I had no choice. I kind of felt like this was who I was when I was being guided, what I had to do and what I have come here to do. Because my entire life as a child, I always knew that I came here to do great things. I always knew that I was rare, and I always knew that I would be doing something different. Something very different than most people around me were doing. And I always knew, baby, that I was rich. Realize I create happiness. Let me know how you resonate with what I just said right now down below in the comment section. So I always knew this. So that day when I was given this message that I had to give up some things in my life and step up in my life, I was scared. And tears came down my eyes, because I knew it was time to commit to my mission. And I knew that I was ready. I just tried to talk myself out of it. I tried to think I wasn't ready, but I'm going to tell you, God won't put nothing. He won't give you nothing you're not ready for. You are ready. You just have to know that yourself, that you got this. You've been through a lot to get you ready for this day. You see, everything you've been through was getting you ready for this day, to step up in your mission, baby, and to have these profound changes in your life. You are so powerful. I want to tell you how powerful you are. If you created a reality that you do not love, That's because of all the negative thinking. That's because of all the negative thoughts and the energy that was being fed to it that created that reality that you do not love. And I want to tell you the flip side of that is that you're so powerful. You can create the life that you dream of, a reality that you love, just like that. You did it one way negatively, and now it shows how powerful you are, and you can do it in a positive way. Okay, you are so powerful, and that's real talk. You've always had this power about you. You've always had these strengths about you, but you've been on the path to taking your stuff back from things that been having your power all this time. Message to someone out there. So when God came to me and I knew I had to step up, and I told my husband some stuff, I was like, man, I got to stop doing these things. You feel me? This ain't even about me. It's about my mission. It's bigger than me. You know, and like, dang, I got to really take care of me, this vessel. I got to be a pure, clear vessel so that spirit, so that Most High God, the universe, my higher self can flow through me, baby. My spiritual team of divine love and light, so they can flow through me. I gotta be this clear vessel. That's why I be telling y'all, we all here on different unique missions, and many people do different things. Like, that's why I couldn't smoke and drink and do all those things, because of what I was guided from within. It never means that everybody else has to do it. It's always to each his own. That's why you always gotta take what resonate and leave what doesn't. But I knew I had to commit in order to step up in my life like I was being asked, and it scared me, and tears went down my eyes because I knew it was that time. So that might have been the first thing that you felt somehow, somewhere, some similarity from that message I just said. And number one, like, it connects into it, is like you start to change for the better. You say after you commit, like, it doesn't have to work in this order. But for me, after I committed, it's like I just started working on myself in all these areas and tighten up things, and really start working on changing myself for the better, because I knew if I came here to be a guide, a leader, then I had to it has to reflect who I am. Like, you know how they say, practice what you preach. Everything I speak, I live. Everything I speak, I live. Everything I speak, I've been through. And this is real talk. My life, my business, everything I do is a reflection from what's inside of me, baby. That's real talk. And that's the same thing about you. So I started to realize that it's bigger than me. You know, it's not just about me anymore. I'm not just living for myself. You know, so this gave me this motivation to change, knowing that, hey, the Most High God universe came to me and chose me to do what I came to do on my mission. That's big for me. So I'm going to step up, and I'm going to do just that. And I'm going to do whatever it takes. So I start to become so motivated with changing. Number two is that you always be at the right place at the right time. One time I was guided to go to the park. I did not know why, but it was a persistent knowing. I just persistent, like, hey, you need to go to the park, go to the park. And I was like, okay, I'm going. I just went to the park, and I walked the opposite side than what I would walk to. I looked down, and I found $40. You feel me what I'm saying? Another time I was supposed to go to the park, and I went to the park, and I was, many of you might have heard this story before. I was, walking around the park, and there were some people out there with their children. One little kid, about 2 to 5, maybe 2 to 4 years old, started running across. To the right side of me at that time was a ditch, and this kid was very small, and this kid did not know that he was going to run into a ditch, you know, and it's like God had me right there because the kid's parent was talking with another lady, you know, at the park. So she didn't realize how fast. Y'all know how 2-year-olds get away from you, how you got to keep your arm on them. You got to keep your hand on them. Where you going? So 2 to 4 years old, y'all know how they move around. So the baby had got past her, and thank God that I was right there, because that kid would have fell in that ditch. But I was right there at the right place at the right time. And I knew it. And I was like, dang, I started to realize that God be having me at the right place at the right time. And I'm like, man, this made me want to follow this inner guidance, my higher self, even more deeply. Because I noticed how important this is, how big this mission is, bigger than me. You feel me? I might not understand it. It may be confusing, but it's not even just about me, and the things that I experienced in my life was getting me ready for right now. It's not a part of who I am. It was a part of my path to help me discover who I'm becoming right now and continue to discover myself along the way. That's the message for you right there today, you heard? So you always at the right place at the right time. Let that sink in some moments and times in your life. If you got to pause the video and see when you've been noticing you at the right time, place, the right time. It's very powerful for us to always self-reflect, you guys, so that we can see these things in our life happening, so we can learn the lessons, so we can see how things work. So, you know, like just like we had negative patterns in our life, we also have positive patterns. You can start to notice things happen in your life, so you'll notice what's about to happen next, or what happens when you feel like this. You see what I'm saying? So always self-reflect daily. So you be at the right place at the right time. Number 3, you will notice you are the one who's being used as a vessel to test others. That's what I noticed next. And see, that right there really taught me how to not take things personally, how to know that I am a mirror. People are seeing their own reflection. It's not really about me. It's about what they're seeing. So at this point, I started to realize, don't take things personally. You don't have to take things personally. It's not even about you. I want to tell you something. One day I was at a laundromat, right? And at this time, during this week, I go at the same time, and no one's hardly in there. If it is, maybe 1 or 2 people. This one day, I went into this laundromat, and there were 2 people there, a man and a woman, and they had buckets and buckets and buckets of clothes. I mean, I kid you not. And I'm just looking, and I'm like, wow. And they were filling up every washer. And one lady, she was coming to take out her clothes from 2 washers. So I was guided to move right over there in front of those washers as if, hey, I'm going to claim these, and didn't say nothing, right? To see what would be said. And the lady says to me, oh, we're going to take those washers too. And I'm like, so are you using all of these washers? And she was like, yeah. And I said, so do you think that it's fair that you want to claim these 2 washers too? I don't think that doesn't seem fair to me. You think that's fair? And she just didn't know what to say. And I was guided to walk back off, and I just stood there for a moment. And the guy was so guilty. He says, but these are not all our clothes. Whoa, I'm looking at him like, And she couldn't even look back at me. And I just took a deep breath. I went into the office, and I asked the guy, you know, that owned the place, if those clothes that were in this other washer his. And he said yes. And I asked if he could take them out, and he said sure. So he came out. I said, because the other washers are full. So he came out and he took those washers out, and I was able to use those washers. See, it all worked out for me still. I didn't react. I didn't get mad. I didn't get angry, and I didn't judge those people at all. What I noticed that God was using me to test those people, and they failed, because whoever they were being tested on how to not be so, like, I want to use the word selfish, but like, consider others. That's what came to me that day. You should consider others. Think about others instead of just think about yourself. Like, bro, you got all these washers used up. Why would you feel like you only thinking about yourself if you don't want to let someone use these 2 washers that are right here? And you're only thinking about yourself. You're not even trying to compromise. You're not trying to do none of that. So they failed their test. You see what I'm saying? And these are the things that can be very helpful for you, and to step back and know that it's bigger than you, and that things are happening through you, my friend. Real talk. And when you start to not take things personally and stop reacting and doing things, you're going to be able to see how you are being used as the vessel. So that's another thing I'm noticing, that we are being used to test other people, bro. Hey, real talk. And one of my favorite, number 4, is that God sends blessings through you. You know, at first for years, I never would like leave tips and do all these things as much, a little something. But then it started to excite me. It started to excite me to leave a tip here and there. And I started leaving tips places, and I give out money to homeless people, all these things, right? I was just giving and giving and giving, because I felt like it was on my heart to do. And then after giving and giving and giving, there were times when I was shown like I didn't feel like I should give. So all of a sudden I noticed like, hey, I'm not going to give. I'm not not guided to give. I'm not guided to give. And I followed that feeling. I didn't make it a habit to give all the time. I didn't know what was going on, but I just kept falling with it. So next I was guided to not give, not give, not give, not give. Next thing you know, I became in like this flow of knowing when to give to somebody, when not to give. And it's like, I noticed that God was using me to bless people with money, to bless people with a certain thing that I said that really touched their heart, that uplifted them, that really made their day. Like God using me as a vessel to say things to people, bro. And it's like, it blows my mind. And I want to tell you something that happened to me the other day that really hit big. It started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, like the way it was starting to happen through me. So I had this vision. I wanted this certain shirt made, and I did not know if I was going to have the right amount of time in like such short notice to get this shirt made. But I saw it in my meditation. It was so persistent. I had to keep looking at it, like I couldn't pull from it. So I know the persistency was there. So I know I could feel it was my higher self showing me something. I could see myself walking in this shirt that I'm envisioning and all. That same day, I was guided to, after I go take care of some things in the next town over, when I come back, to pull up to my local t-shirt shop. And I remind you, this shop is never like, this has been the last place I chose because of things that I've had, issues I've had with them in the past, like not getting my shirt done on time, backed up orders. They're always pretty busy, so it's not the easiest thing to get a shirt made there. So long story short, I go in there, and I told y'all right now, right, what I just said. So I go in there, following my guidance. And when I go inside there, I'm looking, and usually there's a lot of shirts that are already made, but there were only 2 shirts made, and it was not my size. And I'm just looking, I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm just looking around, and the lady says, oh, what are you looking for? Can I help you? And I said, I'm looking for such and such shirt made with these words. And she said, well, those are the only shirts that we have. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. She was like, but if you tell me what you want, I can have it made ready for you today. Oh my God, I knew it was God. I knew it was God because of what I just told you right before I started this, saying what I'm saying right now. And I was just like so excited by this, that this happened for me. It was such a miracle because this place never was able to do that. So I thanked them, and literally 30 minutes later, my shirt was made, and I was guided to tip the t-shirt shop, which blew their mind. And they were like, no, I don't want to take this. I was like, no, thank you. And God bless you. I appreciate you. And then I walked off and I smiled and I said, wow, I know why I did it. Why did I just bless those people with a tip? It's because they listened to what God told them as well. You see, that message came to me, then it came to them, and they followed through with it. So they deserve that. So that's what I be saying, like, God be using you to give blessings to other people. That's why I want to tell you to claim this right now. You're going to be so wealthy. You are wealthy. Let's go ahead and put it the way it should be. You are so wealthy. Your pockets are so full. You are so fulfilled that God will make sure you will always have more than enough because you will be blessing others. Your pockets are so full that you will be able to bless others. And you know, it starts right now because you see blessings come in different forms. It come in different ways, you know, and it starts in these small ways right here and they grow bigger, baby. So I want you to envision yourself having all these things you've always thought that you would have, like you felt that you would have, the things you desired in your heart that you would have. Like you probably always felt that you would have so much that you'll be able to give to others, that you would create things here on this planet that's never been created here, or maybe that it is that you saw that could help this world. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna create it, you gonna put it there because you gonna always have that money to make these things happen. You know, it's not all about money because the money just come with it all, but I'm just giving you some descriptions. Okay, so God sends blessings through you to other people. It could be so much as a smile. You might have saved somebody's life from your precious smile by looking at them smile. You might have said something about, oh, your hair is so beautiful. And you meant that shit and they felt it. And maybe other people was dissing their hair, or maybe they didn't think they looked pretty enough or cute enough with their hair color or whatever. But when you said it, it lit them up and made them feel good about themselves. See, God be using us to bless others. And that's why I'm giving you these different types of ways that it may happen in your life. Number 5, baby, you feel at peace. You start to feel at peace with everything in your life and everything that you got going on. You start to feel very calm. The first time I started feeling this peaceful and calmness feeling, I'm like, what's really going on? This is what we're supposed to feel? Like, I've been entertaining negativity for so long. I've been giving away my energy to distractions for so long. I can be this calm. It scared me. It scared me, and I had to get used to being calm and not interacting with things that don't serve me, that distract me, and that take my energy away. You start to find this sense of peace in your life, baby, and keep that peace. Don't let nobody come in and destroy that peace. You feel me? Keep that peace. Okay. Number 6 is others start to notice your light. You'll notice people staring at you low key. You'll notice, like, I don't know, the best way I can explain this is like you feel like a god if you're a guy, and a goddess if you are a female. That look that people give you, some are frightened, some are scared, some are drawn in, some feel love instantly. But that look you get from other people makes you sometimes go again and look in the mirror like, what did they just see? Okay. Because your others are starting to notice your light. Number 7, you have this deep inner knowing, and you always know what to say at the right time. Have people told you that you always know exactly what to say at the right time? Like exactly what you said they needed. It came at the right time. There are no coincidences in this universe. Everything is happening in divine time. And so you always have the right words to say at the right time, the right message to send to somebody, the right post in the post, the right video to speak. Like you always know, if you coach, and you always know exactly what to say at the right time. When is that time? When not that time? You feel me? Another thing that's coming through me right now, silence is so powerful, okay? Number 8 is believe. You start to believe deeply in yourself, in the Most High God, the universe, and you start to really trust your heart. You start to notice like following your heart, and following what you're feeling in your heart will always lead you. That love never lies. That love is always guiding you and leading you the way, even when it feels weird because it's unseen, but it feels so real in your heart. It's like, you gotta trust this. You have to do this. You know that everything that you're going to do is going to be uncomfortable at first, because you are making new things familiar to you. So you learn to believe in yourself and your source, and really trust your heart, and your heart will keep you in the flow. Another thing is also, as you start to notice yourself observing a lot more, and seeing a lot more, and staying more present as well, and really enjoying life. And the smallest things in life really light you up. I tell you, if the smallest things can't make people smile, then the big ones won't neither. You appreciate the smallest things. Like you start to notice, you probably always appreciated and had gratitude for the smallest thing, but it feel bigger now. Like, oh my God, like I was so grateful for that t-shirt shop to do that, because that was bigger than just that t-shirt. You feel me? And I'm grateful for it. And when you start to become so grateful for everything in your life, bro, man, it's so powerful, because you feel fulfilled. You fulfilled. That means you don't have no lack or resistance, because you feel fulfilled. That means great things are coming your way. You heard? Real talk, man. So you really following your heart, baby. Keep following your heart. Comment down below. I'm following my heart, baby. Real talk. Another thing is number 9. You have this desire to help others. Like you really feel like you came here to like help people. You feel like you are a valuable person. I am a valuable being. You are valuable just by being you, because there are things inside of you that that many are clueless of, that many are not even aware of, nor have they experienced, or don't think that people know what you know. Don't think that people can see it the way you see it, like I thought, because I was holding back thinking, oh, they already know that, not knowing they had no idea. Okay, so you have this desire to help people, and the things that you've experienced on your path and continue to experience, however you came to help people, will start to make sense to you in your life. But you have it in your heart, like, I want to help people. Like, I have this desire to help people. But it's not about going out there and just helping anybody. The right people will come to you, which gets me to number 10. People start to gravitate towards you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you already had this desire to help people, and you know it and believe it. And now all of a sudden, people start to gravitate towards you. So much so, a stranger in a grocery store. Real talk. A stranger in a grocery store might need your help to pick up something up high on a shelf that they can't reach. You see what I'm saying? Like that, just because you help that person, it lights your heart up. That's that desire of wanting to help people, bro. Real talk. It really lights you up to be able to help somebody with something. It could be the smallest thing. See, I think sometimes we think too big and we get too confused with it. It be the smallest things in spirituality. Real talk, y'all. These are the signs right here that you are being used as the vessel, my friend, and God is flowing through you. That spirit inside you is hype. That higher self is hype, and you feeling yourself. Real talk. You feeling yourself, and you know there are days that feel different, but you understand these days. Like when days when I feel tired, I know it's time to fill my cup up. Days when I'm feeling certain energies, I know my energy getting low. I need to pick my energy back up. Days that I'm being tested, I know I'm in the testing mode. But you see, at the end of the day, every day I'm showing up with a good attitude and staying present and observing and watching the scene to see what I need to learn out of it all. And I realized all the good days always overrule what we call the bad days, the learning days, the testing days. Just like when you used to go to school, you know, if it was a test on Friday, you ain't want no test on Friday. You feel me? You know how that felt. But that's how it be sometimes. We be getting tested in our own life. Like, oh man, today, even if it's a Friday, God will send you some tests if it's that time. But know that after those tests, baby, you always come out stronger, powerful, and better on the other side. And it's so beautiful when you get to the other side because everything is happening for you. It truly is, my friend. So you've been noticing people gravitating towards you, animals, little babies, all types of different strangers. People feel like they just want to ask you a question or help you out with something. Like I had somebody help us out at the grocery store. He just insisted to. He had to take our drinks from the bottom, our sparkling waters from the bottom, and put them on the counter for us. And we knew he wanted to do that, and we let him, and we allowed him to. You know, even though my mom's like, "What are you doing, touching my?" When your mind try to chirp and say the opposite, you feel me? I'm like, "Oh man, I appreciate this guy. I see what he's doing." You know what I'm saying? Like people started to gravitate towards you. So you are like the reflection. You are this reflection that is within you. It's creating into your reality. So if you're someone who came to help create, and if you're watching my channel, baby, you came here to have your own business. You came here to be an entrepreneur. You came here to create things that never been here before. You came here to be of service and of help to people. Take how it resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, because I tell you, everything in life is getting you ready for it all. So these are the signs I have for you that God is using you as a vessel, my friends. Okay? These are the signs right here that God flowing through you, so you don't got to be scared. And now you can be even more aware of what's going on in your life. And I want to say this one. I want to give you a number 11 one. Some fear you and they see you as a threat because of your light and because of that anointing that God has on your life. Some fear you. You can feel the fear from others that they're scared of you. And you can actually see their demons and why they're scared of you. And when you shine your light on it, it helps you understand that, again, it's not even about you. So that's another sign, you lovely souls. And that's why we all had to get built up and ready for this. Everything was getting us ready for this life that we are living and keeps getting us ready every single day for the more things that will unfold in our lives, on our path. And we building this legacy, baby. Real talk. I love you. And if you like this message, hit that like button. And if this message resonated with you, hit that like button, baby, so we get this message out to more lovely souls like yourself who are looking for your message, looking for this message, because they be trying to hide stuff dope. Okay? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Share this video with anyone you want to share this video with. And with that being said, if you're watching my videos and you finding messages here, consider tapping into the full awareness, love, and light by hitting that subscribe button and that bell, baby, so we can get this, so you can get all my newest videos that I drop and join the Pure Clarity Mindset family. Because on this channel, we getting our mind right, baby. That's real talk, spreading awareness, love, and light. I love each and every one of you, baby. Everything is happening for a reason. Everything is getting you ready for this moment in your life right now and the beautiful moments to come. So enjoy every moment, no matter. Enjoy every experience, no matter the outcome. Enjoy that experience. Be grateful to even have that experience, baby. This is so fulfilling. I love you guys, man. Say, come back to see me. Miss Kelly Travel Spiritually checking out. Peace, love, and light to all of you lovely, powerful souls. Let God work through you, baby. Okay?